first of all, you'll see the cross. We're going to put the details on the screen. And then I grabbed that beautiful ring as well that we have available. We'll give you the details at the side of your screen from a little earlier in the show. Jay, this is the Peruvian turquoise.
Okay, the most expensive turquoise.
Peruvian.
It's the most expensive turquoise in my collection.
Of
this
all of
is
them.
this is actually of new mine finds in turquoise. This was my last new mine find in a turquoise. And when I have turquoises I've never even shown you, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I have, and I'm not gonna tell you now.
Right,
but
right.
you know, down the road, I'm gonna release them, dribble them out. As far as new turquoise though, this is the last one I discovered. This was 2023 is when we actually obtained the Peruvian material. There is very, very little of this material coming out. We bought so much of this, I won't even tell you how much it cost. It was crazy. Literally, you can't even read my signature because my hand
was shaking
my
so
hand
much.
honestly was shaking. And I have to tell you, I was buying it, yet at the same time I was going, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And you know, but I just had to have it. And this right here, I'm glad that I bought it, but I'm really limited on what I can do with it because the only thing I can do, guys, is cut cabs.
Right.
So the material I have will last me a lifetime, beyond. Actually, if my kids who weren't ungrateful and they took over the business, if they're watching.
Maybe Uncle Mike can tell them.
Yeah, then you would be having plenty of this material to work with in your near future. So, but one became a lawyer and the other one's an electrician.
Well, there you go. That's always handy, Jay. I love it.
And you know what's crazy is they both were raised to do this for a living. I mean, they both were raised. And my son is an amazing artist. I mean, he can do anything. Brian taught him, he can do anything in silver or gold.
You know what it was? They just knew they could never outdo their dad.
I think that they just didn't want to work for me.
That as well.
That's almost a trait. Everybody that actually works with me doesn't really want to work with me. So,
well, we want to work
figure.
with Jay. We love Jay, and we want to make sure that you're getting this. This is extremely popular.
Okay, and I'm not just saying this, guys. I have this. Okay, I have this, and this is, and it's one of the things that I wear. I don't wear a lot. I have a pendant on right now.
Yes.
That I'm wearing, and there are certain pendants I wear for good luck.
Yes.
I don't wear a lot of pendants, but this is something that I have worn on occasion. And it's one of the ones that I have in my collection. I just think it's so different, so unique.
Oh, for sure.
So amazing. And even though the overall concept, the overall design, this is actually one of my designs. Maybe that's why I think it's so amazing. But it's a really great look.
But I think it's also really fitting that it's the Peruvian turquoise because it's such a specialty and it's such a premium turquoise. Again, you just heard Jay say it. Of all the turquoises he's ever bought, the most expensive turquoise is right there, and it's in our cross. And it's $99.98. Now, I was here when it launched at $180, which was an amazing value.
That was an amazing value.
Sure.
And to be honest with you guys, look, silver is not going down.
No.
And it is only, I hate to say this, okay, but silver is there's only one direction. You know, we used to be in a $5 to $7 an ounce spot market for 25 years.
Yeah.
It now is just insane, and I don't see it as ever going down. Not only not going down, I'm not so sure that in the next couple of years, with all the applications, here's the thing with gold, right? I want you to think about this. With gold, when you have gold, the only thing that they don't really use gold in industrial applications, not truly, right? It's all coin or jewelry. That's the two. Coin or jewelry are the two major uses for gold. Silver, okay, so jewelry, as everybody knows, right? But medical sputtering targets, all things in the medical world, all the electronics now.
All silver.
All now, especially with EV, all these vehicles and everything.
Yep.
Silver is one of those rare earth elements that is required, and it's one of the things that they're really going for. So you're going to see silver only go up, up, up. So this is something that down the road, to be honest with you, when you see these crazy values, if I had to make these right now, do you know that I could remake these, but I couldn't even sell them to you and really sell them at the same price?
There you go.
I couldn't sell them at the same price that we were originally selling.
No,
this.
because this was and guys, this isn't just a thing to say. It's the most important point. The products that you're seeing here are from prices locked in many moons ago.
Right.
The cost of silver, the price of silver has gone through the roof since then. So can Jay repeat this at this price? No, of course not, because the price of silver's gone up so much. So if we were to reorder this today, the price has to be higher. We're at $99 for this beautiful, gorgeous cross. And you get the chain, by the way. That's important to know. The cuff is down now to final numbers. That's $299 from over $400. That is a Sleeping Beauty turquoise ring, and we'll give you the details on that in a second. But if you collect crosses, you're in. I mean, this is the ultimate, and it's Peruvian, the most expensive, and I love the design of it. It's not just same old, Jay.
Okay, and if you look at this, you know, with just Adam's hand there, I want you to think about this. Okay, so you've got Sleeping Beauty in the ring, Sleeping Beauty turquoise, iconic American turquoise. That cuff, the blue basin, one of the highest grades, one of the rarest turquoises that ever came out of the Mineral Park mine, the Kingman deposit, right? One of I think what I would say, one of the finest turquoises that ever came out of that mine. And then on top of that, you've got a brand new mine from 2023, the most expensive turquoise that I have in my private collection. So you've got 3 different natural high blues from 3 different mines, 2 different continents.
And they all play so wonderfully well together. Let's just take a moment to highlight